2 weeks you played some amazing tennis. Your thoughts on the process, how the tournament was?
I mean, the process actually started way before that Australian Open. It's been about 3 or 4 years of just dedication and hard work. But having said that, you really have to still go out and do it on the court. So those 2 weeks will be cherished in my life for years to come. And it's something that I can share with my kids one day and the family. But in terms of the actual result, it started a long time before Australia, and I'm just finally happy that things are starting to show itself out on court.
And what was playing the tournament like?
Oh, it's not my first time playing a Grand Slam, so I've played third one at the US Open before, so that comfort level was nice. And we were fortunate to get a nice draw. We played Rafter and Hewitt on a show court in the first round, so that kind of settled the nerves on playing in front of a big crowd and really helped us towards the end of the week. So, I mean, to play 2 matches on Hisense, 2 matches on Rod Laver is probably something no doubles player has ever done before.
You obviously mentioned before one of the highlights was beating the Bryan brothers.
Yes, that is to this day my best match. I potentially we've played better tennis than that, but the pressure and the intensity of playing those guys is so high, and to really beat a team that's currently ranked number 1, means a whole lot to us as a doubles team and gives us a lot of confidence going into the future.
You've only played with Eric for 4 months. What's the secret? How come you guys have gelled so well?
Well, the key in doubles is finding someone that complements you. He's tall, he's about 6'3", and he's left-handed, and he's very solid at net at helping me out. And so the stuff that he does well complements my game, and I'm sort of lighter, faster, more flexible on the court, and I can kind of defend a little bit better. So our skill sets really complement each other well, and we combine to the point where we become very difficult to beat for opponents.
Obviously, the payday was also worth it.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been trying to avoid that as much as possible, but I can't lie. It certainly does take some pressure off scheduling and affording to play the sport, and now you can really take some of that and invest back into your sport to do it as professional as possible.
Well, you're obviously the hottest doubles player in the country at the moment, but you still take the time out to come and play in the Davis Cup.
Yeah, it's from day one. Davis Cup has been important to me. I've been associated with it from about 2001 when I was the sparring partner on the team, just out of juniors. And then I slowly worked my way, edging closer to actually playing a few ties. Then I started playing a few, and now I'm sort of solidified in the doubles position, and it still means a lot to me to be able to contribute to our country being one in the sport of tennis.
So you've obviously jumped in the rankings, 15 spots. What are your plans? What do you think the short-term future is going to be for you?
Well, the immediate big tournaments coming up will be Indian Wells and Miami, so we have to make sure that we're prepared to play good tennis when those come by, because when you play well at the Masters Series, that's when you can really influence your year and your ranking. And my goals have to be adjusted now. At the start of the season, my goal was to reach 30 in the world, so I hit that in the first month, which is very unusual, so now I got to see what the next goal is and then try and do my best to achieve that.
Just getting back to the match, what do you think went wrong in the final?
If I have to be really honest, we played against a team that probably just answered all the questions that we had to ask. But the difficult thing for us was that our game style is very dynamic and very explosive with serving, and that works better in warmer conditions where the balls are lively. And then we got scheduled to play second match after the ladies at night. The match started at 10 o'clock, where it's cold and the balls don't do anything, and that kind of goes into their big aggressive hitting style. Sort of we talk about the conditions at high altitude for Davis Cup. And that's why we choose to play in these conditions, because it favours us. And I felt that the scheduling of that match kind of favoured them a little bit more. But then having said that, you still have to be able to play in any conditions, and they just took full advantage of that.
And is Eric likely to be a partner going forward?
Yeah, we'll stay together moving forward for sure. It makes no sense to now have these great results in 4 months and then decide to split things up. It's so difficult to find someone that you can play good tennis with that we'll do our very best to stay together and keep improving as a team.
So it was after the 2011 Davis Cup that you decided, Davis Cup tie, that you decided to focus on doubles. So all in all, good decision? Yeah,
it feels like the right decision now. At the time I was really trying to figure out how much I have left in the tank for singles. I've had some knee surgery, and my highest ranking was about 200, and I've played at a level where I've beaten top 100 players, but not consistently enough to justify a few more years trying singles. And I knew that my skill set works very well in doubles, and then it was just a matter of going out there and proving to myself that I could be one of the better doubles players in the world.
And you've worked a lot with your kind of life coach, Hilly. What has he brought to the table, or how has he helped your game?
Well, in terms of tennis, first of all, my coach back home, Stefan de Cot, on the technical side, my fitness trainer on the body side, Fia Danse, and then this guy completes the triangle, Hilly on the mental side, and I always felt that I was physically very fast. I could play at a high level, but I wasn't allowing myself mentally to be as good as I could be. And he kind of like broke down some barriers I had there, some limitations I was putting on myself with doubts and negative thoughts towards how good I was, and once we could break down those barriers, I really allowed myself to play much better tennis, and it's starting to show on the tennis court. I feel more confident, I look more confident, I'm having more fun, and the results are starting to come through.
Afrikaans.
Yeah.